Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Redacted channel, 2.74 million subscribers. The UK is fucked. Part two. So if you want to watch part one, go to Redacted. I haven't watched part one myself, to be honest. I've just come across part two. It's just the start of this video, to be honest. He's absolutely bang on. Absolutely bang on. Most people don't know what's coming here, but this is bang on.
Well, a new report out today shows the UK's economy is on the brink of collapse. According to The Telegraph, Britain is about to repeat its 1976 crushing economic collapse with soaring debt, borrowing like a man with a gambling problem. The UK is drowning right now, and the only bailout is to borrow more money at ridiculously inflated borrowing costs and tens of thousands of protests all over the UK. What is going on here? Even Russell Brand was talking about this today. UK is basically facing collapse. Jim Ferguson is here. He's a former parliamentary candidate and journalist, independent journalist, and really one of the clearest, sharpest, independent voices in all of the UK. And he's also a founder of Freedom Train International. Jim, welcome back to the show. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's great to be on with you guys. Thanks for having me.
And thanks for staying up late with us. We know we had some software issues and pushed us a little bit back on time, so really appreciate that. We see all these protests. I want to talk about the protests first. And you have Nigel Farage coming out calling for a mass deportation department, sort of a deportation commission, I guess, that would round up as many people. I mean, is that really at the heart of what's going on here? Talk about these protests and where does the UK sit tonight?
Well, things
On the brink of collapse in many ways, both socially, economically. Yeah, it's people don't realise how bad it is. To be honest, I think we're teetering on the edge here. Again, the national debt, as mentioned before. This is why I started mentioning the economy quite a lot, to be honest, because we're very much on the brink of it going tits up. The amount of money we're spending on the migrants and generally just the amount of money we're spending on the migrants, to be honest, is ridiculous, and like millions and millions and pounds a day, and the national debt's going up like never before. It's like all catastrophic, to be honest. Like, learn economics, and I don't even think you need to learn economics to understand that that number at the bottom of the screen, ever escalating the way it is not good news. And it's on our heads, the British people. We have to pay this back. These people spend money hand over fist, our money, and we don't give us any choice in what we've spent on, while they spend us into an oblivion. And there's clearly two sides to the fence here, as Angela Rayner, the Deputy Prime Minister, buys a third house for nearly £1 million. So there's definitely two sides to the game here. There's our side and their side. And our side is about to be fucked, whereas their side are buying £1 million houses and living it up, do you know what I mean? On dinghies, vaping it on Hove Beach. So absolute shit show, to be honest. And again, people don't we're literally being indebted to slavery. Like, honest to God, it's going to get real fucking bad, this.
Things are escalating at a rapid pace. There's a movement taking place called Raise the Colours, and all across the United Kingdom, in the different regions, in Scotland and Wales and England, people are raising the national flags. And they're really angry about the fact that some of the local councils have been telling people that they're not allowed to fly the union flags. It's crazy. And there is real pushback coming. I think people are getting very, very angry about this sort of dystopian totalitarian.
Yeah, but it's not just that, mate. It's not just the flag issue. It's the migrant issue. It's the economy issue. It's the two-tier justice issue. The list's endless at this point. It's the New World Order issue, and the elites, and the global agenda, and globalization, and multiculturalism. The list of problems is endless, but ultimately it's all one problem. It's all one big problem that rolls back down to a global agenda by the global elites to bring in a New World Order, complete police state. That's the big problem, that ultimately all of these other problems are under the header of that problem. It's the global elites and the global agenda for a New World Order. That's what's going on here. and everything is that. Everything is under the umbrella of the New World Order. Everything we've mentioned is that under that globalization, multiculturalism, the migrants, the national debt, the two-tier justice system, the lack of democracy, you name it, it's all a part of the New World Order. So again, in a lot of people, again, this is how you figure out if somebody knows what the fuck's going on, and B, if they're on our team. So if you've got any brains, you should know what the fuck's going on at this point in 2025. And if you're not telling anybody that this is a global agenda from the global elites to bring in a new world order, complete police state, and one world government, then these people are probably in on it. That's a good way of looking at it. If they're not telling you the overall plan here, that this is very little to just do with migrants and women and children getting hurt. This is a far, far bigger agenda at play here. And if they're not telling you that, then they're just fucking lying to you, or they're stupid. So that's the thing. The problem is with most of the British people who do not realise that is the ultimate problem, and they think it's just migrants being brought in here. Then this is why you're fucked, because even if you stop the migrant problem, you still have the national debt problem. You still have legal migrants, which is 10 times more than illegal migration. So the illegal migrants and the hotels is a very, very small issue in a whole lot of issues here that all ultimately ramp up to one big issue. And should you just fight the cause of stopping the migrants, the illegal migrants, you're still in a lot of trouble here, and nothing will change whatsoever. Nothing at all will change. It will carry on the way it's going for a global agenda to bring in a new world order, because the migrants is just one little part of it, to cause chaos, division, and basically everything that you see, and to be honest, is what it was meant to do. So it's all part of one big plan, and the migrants is just a very, very small part of it. And again, legal migration is 10 times more than illegal migration. So Britain will still be very much diluted in its population. Should we stop the illegal migrants? The legal migration is far, far greater. So yeah, you need to understand the true problem in order to fix the problem, and just aiming it all at these illegal migrants and illegal hotels, you will fix nothing, to be honest. Even if you stop that, the economy will still crash, we will still be poor, we will still be locked down, we will still, the Online Safety Act, all of this will still take place. And ultimately, you'll still end up in the New World Order, migrants or no migrants, on boats. It's a very small issue in the big, big plan here, but it's very much now been like hyper focused to that issue. But again, even if you stop the boats, you will not stop the problems. The problems will very much continue on.
In censorship and crackdown that the Starmer government is doing, and these protests are getting more and more widespread. In fact, there is a big protest coming on the 13th of September that Tommy Robinson has been heavily involved in. I'll probably be at that one, reporting. But yeah, there's a lot going on. People are really fed up with the government. And of course, when they see the spiraling food costs, fuel costs, and all the expenses that people are having to put up with, it is just making them even angrier. So there's a lot of tension in the country right now, and the Starmer government is in all sorts of trouble because of it.
Now, what does the government say that the flag symbolizes? You noticed Elon Musk put it on his X account. And so why are they saying that this is a symbol of hate when it literally is what it's the identity of your borders?
Well, it's actually a bigger problem, because the globalist movements don't like national sovereign countries. They've been teaching young people in the primary schools, in the secondary schools, in college.
So there you go. This man knows the crack.
College and university, that if you fly your national flag, you're in some way a racist or you're far right. And this is the kind of rhetoric that's been coming out. We now have a two-tier policing system and a two-tier justice system in the United Kingdom. And if people raise their national flags because they're proud of their country and they want to be patriotic, that is now deemed offensive. And people are really upset about it. And so what's happened is, within the last week, just 1 week, over 1 million flags of various different types in Scotland and Wales and England have been getting raised, and they're also painting the roundabouts. They're putting the St. George Cross on roundabouts all over the country. It's phenomenal. It's great to see it, actually, to see our flags being flown.
Yeah, I mean, part of why we're doing that really is because this is our country, this is England, and as many people have said, and I completely agree, when you come to England, it should be England, it shouldn't be Pakistan, it shouldn't be Bangladesh. Do you know what I mean? And then we've seen the states of these countries, Bangladesh and Pakistan, and they're all shitholes, and England wasn't a shithole. And the more and more of these people we bring in, England seems to be turning into a shithole. So, I mean, there's a bit of a connection there, if you ask me. I mean, you know what I mean? The more we bring people we bring in from different cultures, the more of a shithole Britain becomes. So, yeah, people have had enough. Just people have had enough. And then when you're told that flying your national flag is racist, um, when we've already like been backed down in a way to only putting the national flag up when like England play football or rugby, and it's socially acceptable for us to fly the England or put the England flag up when England are playing the football or England are playing the rugby. But apart from them times, it's kind of deemed not acceptable. And even when England go out of the World Cup or the rugby team do, you often take the flag straight down. And I've been known to do this myself. And I was listening to a guy say this the other day, and I was thinking he's right, to be honest. We've been put to the point where we can put the England flag up when the football team plays and the rugby team plays. And apart from that, it's not really deemed socially acceptable. And football and rugby obviously are far, far from politics. And in effect, we've been blinded by sport and the flag in the sport to think that we can't fly the flag of our country unless sport is playing at this point. So I think that's been broken now, you know what I mean? People have realised this is what's kind of happened across the country now, that we can fly the flag of the country, this flag of this country, wherever and whenever we want, because it's the flag of the country, our country, in fact. So any foreigner who doesn't like it, then sod him, because this is the country you're in, this is the country you move to. And if you don't like it, go back to your own country. And again, we say this to the lefties, if you love Palestine so much, go when all you Muslims piss off back to Palestine, you get yourself over there and fucking rebuild Palestine. But you won't. No, you'll stop in England, that apparently you hate, and you don't like us flying the English flag. But yeah, that's the flag of the country that you're living in. So fair play to everybody. To be honest, fair play. Get the flags up, get them flying, and nobody can say boo. To be honest, nobody can say boo. And if they do, it's like these women we've seen. There's a good video as well of the heretic. The heretic, he absolutely destroys them women, like absolutely destroy. Maybe make a video on it, man. He's fucking brutal. But it's like it's a good dig at them for what they've done. It's well done. He's well. It's not just like abuse. It's like a psychological analysis of these people. Like it's real fucking in depth. Or maybe I have to make a video on it. It was fucking brilliant, to be honest. So yeah, we're in a lot of shit here, to be honest. We're in a lot of shit, and it's again. Look at this on the right here. Man found dead outside. Victim brutally fucking sustained attack. Dead island. Fucking murders. Kids getting attacked. Young Scottish lassies running around with fucking knives and axes and fucking multiple fucking rapes, one in Canary Wharf, you name it, fucking a rape near me, and we still don't know who the fuck's done that. There's no fucking, we're now a week and a half down the line, I don't think the police have a single fucking clue who raped that lass in the park. So, it's getting real bad, Britain, to be honest. It's getting real bad. It's fucking, no matter where you turn or where you look, it's getting real bad if you're paying attention. And we've seen scenes as well in Ireland there. I didn't bring them forth, but there's basically like gang battles in the middle of the fucking city streets of either Belfast or Dublin, like gang attacks of people jumping out of cars, multiple people, and beating the shit out of people with hammers and fucking all sorts going down. Absolute chaos, you know what I mean? Fucking chaos. So, I mean, it's just it's the scene of Network 1978. Fucking honestly, it just rings true. Networks in 1978. A film that's very true about the media as well in today's world, how the media's run and fucking yeah, how you don't get told shit. So they're basically now trying to silence all people like me and fucking Charlie Beach and fucking all the auditors and fucking political waffle and political nerds and all these channels, fucking Silver Fox hot takes, you name it, history debunked, fucking endless people who bring you the truth and bring you the news. All will eventually be silenced by the UK tyrannical government under the orders of the global elites and through the internet, which they probably own as well because they fucking own everything else. So, it's a real shit show here, to be honest.
But it's bizarre as to how Starmer and his government are trying to take the flags down. It just doesn't make sense, but it's upsetting a lot of Brits.
This episode is brought to you by Rumble Premium, the home of
Rumble. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to jump to Rumble by the looks of things because the YouTube is getting taken down here. We've seen there on September the 26th, they're bringing in no VPNs. So there goes your no watching over 18's videos, going to have to put ID in, has to be a government form of ID. And again, companies get hacked and people get your ID and things, and this is the problem. That's what people are worried about. Putting your government issued IDs into these companies, they get hacked often by many different people. We hear of it all the time. You know what I mean? So that's the worry for people. Will your ID be fucking stolen? But again, YouTube kind of getting locked down here. I don't think Rumble's quite gone as bad, and I know it isn't as bad for definite because I'm on there, and you can get a lot more on Rumble than you can on YouTube. So but there might be a massive exodus to Rumble eventually if YouTube all goes to shit. Ultimately, if you're just wanting to watch videos, then they both do exactly the same thing. It's just YouTube fucking monopolized the whole sort of industry before anyone else got there. But if YouTube stabs itself in the heart here, Rumble is always available. So I'll leave it there, to be honest. Again, it's part two. This I've only played like 3 minutes of it, to be honest. And there's a part one. Who knows how many parts there is? Because the UK is fucked. Yeah, the UK is fucked. So, I mean, well, let's just skip over to this a minute. Hold on.
At around 10:30 p.m. on Sunday the 24th of August that a man in his 80s had been found outside a property in the Slievenabrook Avenue area of Newcastle. The man was pronounced dead and has been named as 84-year-old Sean Small from the town. This was a brutal and sustained attack, and while our investigation is at a very early stage,
An 84-year-old brutally attacked and fucking murdered here. Unbelievable. Newcastle, but I think it's in Ireland, as we see behind us. Must have a place called Newcastle as well. I mean, unbelievable. But I mean, I'm not being racist here, but again, who would attack old people? Like you've got to be very morally low to do such a thing. I don't believe with everything that's going on that the Irish would attack the Irish in when we're all kind of banding together here. In a way, it is still a possibility. Wankers do exist. But you know what I mean. I've seen migrants attacking old people in London. There, I think it was attacking an old couple, and the old woman merely falls under the bus. So who knows? I mean, old 84-year-olds being brutally murdered here. I mean, where have we gone? You know what I mean? Where have we gone here? But again, this is what they want: chaos, so they can bring the order. But absolutely, I mean, you feel for the person's family, to be honest. That 84-year-old could be your dad, 84-year-old dad, brutally murdered in the fucking street. How do you deal with that? Do you know what I mean? And then if you find out it's a fucking migrant, then God knows what this fella might do if he has a son. You know what I mean? unbelievable that stuff like this is happening and that lasses are running around Scotland with axes and knives. I'll leave it there, peace.